Here's Rick. Say hi, Rick. Look at the camera. Say hi.
Hi, Rick.
Such an asshole. He's putting the lock on my tow bar on the Jeep. We have the tow bar on the Jeep, right? Because we tow the Jeep onto the motorhome. But I have this theory. It's probably a pretty good theory. You know, in about 5th grade, maybe 6th grade, all the girls, I don't know, at least when I was in 5th or 6th grade, we had this health class, right? And in health class, all the girls had to watch this video about, now you are a woman. And, you know, it was about puberty and your menstrual cycle and all that wonderful things that happen along when you're a woman. Now, I don't know what the boys did, but I'm convinced that during this time, the boys learned how to back up trailers and hook up trailers. Anyway, along with the Now You Are a Woman video, you got this cute little pink pamphlet. And on the back of this cute little pink pamphlet, you could order a kit, a Now You Are a Woman kit. Well, of course, I had to order this cute little kit. It came, you know, discreetly packaged, and it was all pink inside the package. And I'm sure that 4 or 5 years later, when I actually needed this kit, I had no idea where it was, and even if I did know where it was probably dry rotted by that time. So it was useless for me. See, I was even ordering online before online ordering was a thing. Anyway, I'm convinced at that time that the boys were learning how to hook up all this trailery crap. And I think that if instead of, you know, the girls learning how to become a woman and the boys learning how to hook up trailers, if they had the boys learning about how women became women and the girls learning how to hook up trailers, there would be a lot less unwanted pregnancies. Anyway, fast forward to a couple weeks ago when I was here by myself hooking up our Jeep to the motorhome. I called Rick. Now, I called Rick, and he knew kind of about what time I had planned on leaving, so it was 10:30. I told him I was going to try to leave about 10, so I was already about 30 minutes later than I wanted to leave. And I called him, and I started the conversation by, how did I start that conversation, Rick?
Don't get mad.
Don't get mad. So he's immediately thinking that the Jeep was in a ditch somewhere. It wasn't. I was frustrated because I couldn't get this thing right here. This right here hooked up to the motorhome, the ball hitch.
Because this pin.
Well, let me finish my story. Don't interrupt me. Okay. So I couldn't get it hooked up. Now, we had a construction company for several years, many years, right? I've hooked up a trailer or two. This was not the first time I'd ever hooked up a trailer. I'm the one, in fact, who went and had the tow bar installed on the Jeep. I had the crash course on how to do it. I knew what I was doing, I thought, okay? So, again, I've hooked up trailers. I was so frustrated. I was so mad. I was cursing, everything. I was right here on Main Street in Ashdown, where evidently you can also have a dumpster. In case you're wondering, you are welcome to have a dumpster on Main Street in Ashdown. Nobody gives a crap. So if you want to park a dumpster here, go right ahead. I digress. At any rate, I was, you know, people were passing me, like, probably going, what the heck was she doing? But not those words, because I was trying to be nice. And Rick says, I don't know, call your dad. If you know me, I wasn't going to call my dad. I am woman. I can do this shit, right? So, finally, it occurred to me that there's this little pin in this hitch. Probably wasn't supposed to be there, okay? This little pin right here. Do you see this? And in fact, you have to remove that pin in order for the hitch to go on. Magic. I removed the pin, and it went right on the hitch. No problem whatsoever. Now, again, we had a plumbing company for years. years. I'm telling you that not one of Morgan Plumbing Company's trailer hitches had a safety pin. They might have started out with a safety pin, but by the time that I was hooking up the trailers, they didn't have one. So it's a good thing that I didn't call my dad to come help me, because by the time he got here, I would have already had it figured out. Now, having said that, I didn't then put the safety pin back in because I didn't know that I was supposed to. Now I know. So ladies, if you ever need any assistance hooking up trailers, I'd be glad to come help you, because men aren't going to show you how to do it. They're just going to try to take over and call you little woman and make fun of you like that man over there does. And I really hate it when he comes over and he tries to take over, because I'm perfectly capable of hooking up a trailer, and so are you. They just don't tell you all the steps. But don't start the conversation with "don't be mad." It's just not a good idea. Anyway, so Wednesday I'm going to hook up this Jeep again to the motorhome, but now I know to take the little safety pin out first, because we have a safety pin. And I'll take it out. It'll be easy peasy. And now I'm going to drive it all the way to Baton Rouge. Totally not looking forward to that trip, because the traffic is the devil in Baton Rouge. But we'll manage. Okay? So that's my funny story. You might not think it was funny as I do, but listen, if they're still doing that, if they're still taking the kids off to the side and teaching them about, how to become a woman and all that jazz, really, the boys need to know it just as much as the girls, and the girls really need to know how to hook up trailers, because this is important. It's good stuff. All right. And also, they need to learn how to drive a manual transmission, because that's also important. And if you want your kids know how to learn a manual transmission, bring them over and I'll teach them. Okay? See y'all.